because I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted to keep them with me. And as my obsession grew, I was saving body parts such as skulls and skeletons, and eventually I did turn to cannibalism.
Look, I've been the flies way before I got appendicitis. And if you never heard of me, well then you might.
I mean, just regular white people, hick white people from the South.
See, Hicks
I mean,
from
when
the
you're talking ideas and drinking beer and working at propane, and one's in the military and one does
we gotta go
buds.
down to the swamp.
They have a guy named freaking what's the guy, the one that mumbles and stuff? You know what he's saying? What's his name? Boomhauer.
I'm literally
He's like,
Waterboy. Remember Waterboy?
Yeah, he's like
the
that.
nigga that talk like that. Oh man,
That was Boomhauer.
Nobody knew
Even the
what the fuck
names.
he was saying.
Look at the name. Dale Gribble. Oh, you ever met a guy named Gribble?
That's fact. Well, he has to
Boomhauer?
be a hick. Yeah, you gotta be a hick to have a name.
Bill
like that.
Dotrieve?
Wanna introduce the pot?
Yes. So what's up, everybody? This is your boy, Richard Picasso, and we are here with What's Up, Everybody podcast. Don't worry about the episode because I forgot. So I'm here with G out of the character.
I think it's episode 3.
Episode 3. No, 3? Damn. You know, because we've been, even though we took like a year hiatus, it still feels like we just started last week or something. Like I feel like we didn't really lose our form. All we did was just change really the location of the spot, and it's still the same format.
Oh yeah, but you know that's the format that works. You know, there's certain people that they just throw a camera on, sit in front of it, and just talk by themselves. There's certain people that they use and shout out to you guys. Shout out to you YouTube journalists, I would say, where you guys like, for example. My Knicks lost, but I will say
his Knicks lost.
What I will say is that what I did notice on my algorithm was a lot of these streamers that aren't like huge numbers, but they're in the 10K, 20K. I saw their numbers triple time over because of what they were reporting, how they were reporting. They would use, Twitter facts, actual clip outs and the things of what they're talking about. It's not just somebody rambling with this conspiracy info. They actually show the examples of what they're talking about. And you see that, like, whenever something happens major, the people that talk about it properly, they get the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Whenever something major comes out, you'll see somebody's numbers go from like 1 to 2,000 to 20 to 30,000. Because all of a sudden that it's a hot topic. So YouTube pushes that out in the algorithm if you're talking about it.
So how do you feel about the Knicks with their season in general?
Let's get it over with.
Not with the loss,
Let's get it
but
over
the
with.
season in general.
Get it over with.
How was your Jalen Brunsons and your Carl Anthony Towns?
I'm gonna start with you, Pacers. I hope y'all get your ass whooped by OKC. 4-0. Send them home. I'm a hater. I'm going to start off just like that. I'm a hater. I hated the Pacers since Reggie Miller's ugly ass. Right? And I hate the Pacers now with Halliburton's ugly ass. You know what I'm saying? Pacers could go pace their way to a freaking loss. 4-0. Send them packing OKC.
And that's it?
Knicks,
That's it?
I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. We see you next year. That's the best I could do. We'll see you next year. I can't.
We'll see you in another 25 years.
Listen, there's. Well, to be honest, I highly doubt that. We got something in Brunson that he's a, God willing, we got a lot of years with him. Tibbs, everybody's saying Tibbs gotta go, but when they asked Brunson that last night, he went to the reporter and he was like, "Did you really just ask me, is Tibbs the guy for the job? You really just asked me that after this?" He was like, "Of course I do." Put the mic down and left the whole conference. So it's like,
Well, he's tight.
He's tight to even get asked that. Besides the loss, the
loss.
Tibbs got us this far. I don't give a fuck what nobody said.
It's a team
We was
effort.
a trash. Not that we was a trash team, but we've had some trash years.
Very trash
even when
years.
we had good years, even when we had our Camelos and Jeremy Lin's and you had your Allen Houston and your Sprewells.
Lynn never did
We had our John Starks. We had our Ewing.
Lynn
we had a couple years where our teams were mediocre, but the coaching was always the problem with us. We never had proper coaching. You bring a great coach in, you think it's supposed to work? Nah, it didn't. They brought Tibbs in, and for the past 4 or 5 years, they have been improving remarkably to the point where we made it to the semifinals. We made it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we didn't make it to the finals.
I mean, better than last year. Last year, I didn't even do semifinals.
And I think that's the point that I'm trying to make with you. That, listen, what am I going to do? All I could do is say, see you next year. I'm not going to be one of those fans, because you fans are fickle. You fans, you guys be...
Just selective.
Fuck yeah. Yo, fuck the Knicks. The Knicks suck a dick.
And then when they win 3 games in a row, it's like, oh my God.
Oh, yo, look at them. Them niggas are the dope. You know, so...
Look, I haven't liked the Knicks since
you
Allen
fans
Houston,
are fickle.
so
I ain't going to be no fickle fan. I'm going to tell you the truth. Hey, you win some, you lose some. We all said that first game was going to come back to haunt us. Hey, a lot of things should have happened that didn't happen. Pacers was the better team. I will say OKC is going to mop the floor with them, though.
God bless you guys.
I think I'm done.
I was never a fan of the Knicks since
stressful
forever. So
stressful.
I mean, yeah, it's home team. Like Brooklyn Nets, okay, whatever. I didn't care about the meter, but it is what it is. That's how I see it. I never really was. I mean, I love the sport. I love like the fervor and the fanfare when it comes to like being ride or die with your team, getting the merch, showing up to the games, being outside the garden, like going insane after every shot or every dunk or every pass, or like the statistics, and then like the people betting on it like crazy, doing parlays and stuff. I admire all that. I'm just saying I was never a fan of the Knicks. That's just my thing.
Oh, nah. Listen, there's a lot of people that live in New York, and I'm
not a fan of Statue of Liberty either.
I do look at you like a little weird though, like, and not to say you got to be a fan of where you're from. I'm not saying if you're from Denver, you gotta love fucking
the
Nuggets,
the Sixers or something.
No, Sixers are Philly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like,
but
I'm from Colorado, but I
but
love
look,
a team in
there's
Pennsylvania.
Bro, because of the Julius Erving era, there is a lot of people in New York that love the Sixers. There are people in New York that love the Dallas Cowboys. And then when you tell a Giants fan that, they be like, nigga, how the fuck do you like Dallas? Get that shit out of here. The fuck is wrong with you? You know, like, so I'm not saying you gotta be native to, but I'm a New York Met fan. I'm a New York Jet fan. I'm a New York Giant fan. I'm a New York Yankee fan.
Why you put Yankees
I'm
fourth?
a New York Ranger fan. I'm a New York Knicks fan.
Yankees lost two.
And you know what? Look,
18-2.
And I ain't gonna hold you.
Yankees lost 2.
I'm even a Brooklyn Nets fan. I'm an all New York team fan. That's the type of fan I am. I ain't gonna ESPN you to death and talk
like Stephen
about
A. Smith or something.
No. I'm just a fan. I like watching my teams play for
He
New
has
York.
hair.
And when they come through and they have good games, we celebrate these motherfuckers. Like real fans celebrate them. And when they don't have good games, you just call it what it is. They suck. You know what I mean? And then you just keep it pushing. But I'm the type to always cheer for a New York team if it's against somebody else. And if you cheer for that other team,
God bless you.
Yeah, because he does that. He cheers for every other team except a New York team.
I just know it makes you tight.
Nah, you just but you're a fucking troll, you fucking troll.
A troll.
A troll with no hair comes out of his fucking nose.
Yeah,
that's why your pops was talking that shit before.
Let him talk all that shit. I'm still here. Still living, baby.
Yo,
credit score is up.
Speaking of which, though, I got a question for you. How early is too early after a breakup before you start going out again? Like,
it depends on the person. It depends on, how long you've been with that person. Like, if you were a person for, like, 6 months, like...
all right, now, we're talking about 2 years and better.
Mm-hmm.
You was with somebody 2 years and better, got to know them, XYZ, 3 years and better, whatever. And now, y'all on a breakup. It's not a break. It's a break up. How long before you go out and start soiling your royal oats? Like, how long before you comfortable to go do that?
I would say probably like a good 6 months to yourself.
You think that's healthy?
I think a healthy 6 months, you know, you go out, try to go outside a little more, explore like what you really want for yourself. Explore what you want for like what you want in your future partner. You know, try to get like your money up, focus on like spending more time with your family and friends. You know, go back to what really matters, because if your priority is only just the relationship, then you kind of like become desensitized from all the other blessings that are around you, because you might be actually blocking your blessings from being in a relationship sometimes.
I mean, I agree with that. Also, you like whatever. I feel like after a breakup, if you go too fast into another relationship, it's not real. No. Like, that's the rebound.
Yes. It feels like a rebound. Even if it's not a rebound, it feels like a rebound.
Yeah, like, she could do all these great things your other girl didn't do. That's cool, but I don't really think that. I think, well, everybody heals differently, too. Some motherfuckers just, it'll be.
Go right into it, like, the next week. Like, they got chicks on back call, like, oh, this breakup happens? Oh, I got 3.
They was waiting for the breakup.
They're waiting. They wanted you to break up with this so they could hit up those other 3 chicks to see who was going to be down for it.
Waiting for the breakup. Some people be like that. But, you know, they say when you with somebody for, like, 8 years and you don't work out, that means you were actually breaking up for 4. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I never been in that longer relationship, to be honest with you.
Well, I've had long relationships, and
what was the longest?
My 15-year-old relationship. We were on and off to probably like I was like 26.
Damn, like
10 years.
11 years.
10, 11 years.
Damn.
I lived with her and everything. You know what I mean? But again, the theory stands true there, because we were definitely breaking up for half of that time. You know, it was 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because I was immature. I was completely immature. I wasn't ready for all that. And God bless all the people that kind of did it right. Whether you're a single parent or whether you're in a great relationship with the first person you had a kid with. But the whole thought of that, even though we were together for so long, the whole thought of like having kids and a family, I didn't have a credit score. I was bad with finances at the time. I was not mature to do the grown things, while her and a partner was polar opposite. The credit score, the car, the apartment.
She was trying to level. She was trying to level up.
She was trying to level up even more with a person, with me, because she loved me. But I was so insecure in not being able to like match up to her that it drove a wedge between us, because I would do stupid shit that was unnecessary in our relationship, to the point where I had to remove myself, because I felt like I was becoming an anchor to her. She wanted kids. She wanted and every time she mentioned the word, I was like, you know. And then she being together for so long with somebody, where else you supposed to go? There's only so many doors you're supposed to open with a person. Vacations, kids, house. You're supposed to open these doors when you're, even when you're by yourself. But when you're with someone, those are the goals of most relationships to have children. And I know I'm speaking candid, because not all people that are in relationships want kids, and they don't need the house, and they don't.
You do need the credit. I'll tell you that. That's
you always need the credit.
Always need the credit. I don't care if you by yourself or in a relationship. Fix your credit.
Yeah, fix your credit. But that's my point. That, you know, me, since I wasn't ready for the responsibilities of leveling up with her, since I wasn't ready to level up with her, since I didn't want to mature. Yo, this girl was going to college while she would go to work. Don't worry, that camera's on. She would go to college while she would go to work. You know what I'm saying? Come home, walk the dogs, make dinner.
Walk the dogs.
Walk the 2 dogs, make dinner, You know what I'm saying? Get the laundry done. Like she would do it all. Like she would literally while we were living with her brother. So and that came with a whole different package of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. That woman was doing all the 30-year-old person, what a 30-year-old person should be doing. We wasn't even really in our 30s yet. So
nowhere near that.
So like I said, if I thought about one of my big mistakes that I did in a relationship, even though it's got me here, but a lot of women I've been with in my long relationships have always tried to light fires under my ass. I dated a chick who was a fucking banker. There ain't no person that can help you fix your finances better than a person working in a bank that knows how it works. And I didn't even take advantage of, and when I say take advantage, I didn't pay attention to what she was trying to teach me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was not mature. Like, you know, they say, that's why I enjoy having this platform for moments like this, though. Yo, to all you young
I'm a therapist.
People, yeah, to all you young people and shit, you know, if there's a thing called love, lust, and then maturity. If you're going to be loving somebody, mature with them. Mature yourself. Do what you have to do. Don't get lost in the sauce. In the vices. Yeah, in the sauce and the getting faded and getting fucked up. Relationships that begin on alcoholism and drugs and poor circumstances don't always most of the time pan out to be bad relationships because the parties involved weren't mature to come together.
Yep.
See, at least I can take responsibility and say I was the one that was immature in those circumstances and those women were the mature ones. But be honest with your partner and yourself about your shit and when your shit is fucked up.
I can say the same.
Nigga, I live lies, bro. Like, my boss used to give me cars. I used to see a chick in Babylon pull up with a 2000 and something Ford C-Max electric and shit, just bing. And then next week, my boss would trade cars with me and give me the Jeep Grand Cherokee. And she would call me like, "You're gonna come see me?" And then I come see her and I see her face like, "What happened to the other car?" "Oh, it's in the shop." Lying ass nigga, you know what I mean?
Okay, I was never on that level.
And then the next week she want to see me and I still got the Grand Cherokee. So my insecure ass be like, "Nah, I can't even go over there because I don't want her to see the car." But it's over my head because at that point she didn't care about the car. At that point she was still, and that's over my head.
Yep.
The insecurities ate me growing up, not being able to like have shit.
My issues are always like I try to see usually certain aspects of somebody and think that I can like work with that and grow with that and try to hopefully make them see from my end like, hey, I'm trying to do better for us and it just seems like you're not taking advantage of what I'm trying to present you here. Yep. That's always been my issue. You might look at like all my relationships, it was like you never realize that I'm literally trying my best here more than anything, but I would never point out all the things they were doing that was wrong because I had a tendency to just ignore whether they were like, you know, like not seeing me as much or
red flags.
I ignored all the red flags and then when I look at like towards the end of the relationship, it's like they were all there in the beginning. Like sometimes it'll be like, damn, I wish I never got with them, and then I end up feeling like almost like a fool for even trying to start something with them when they weren't ready at that time to like start something with me. That was always my issue. We were both like, I only been two in my life, and that was usually like the ending result. Like my first one, it took a while to like talk it out because we didn't talk for like a year after we broke up.
Okay.
And then eventually reconciled and stuff, and she was like, damn, I didn't even know you were feeling like that at that point in time. When I tried talking to you, you always like closed up. It was like, it felt very uninviting to talk to you about anything because I feel you would get mad or I didn't want to start an argument. And I learned with time, it's like, I've got to learn to be more, I got to learn to say more what's on my mind and my heart, regardless of what's going to happen. Like if you get mad, then mad.
Then that's what it is.
That's what it is. But you know what? I said what I wanted.
And you know, and go to the disclaimer. That's all I want to tell you guys. Just listen to the disclaimer. It's all jokes. This
I
ain't
will-
real life. We're being facetious.
I will go to the next topic because with one of my exes, they left me with a crazy.
Hey, no. This is all.
Yep.
This is all. Oh, okay, good. I thought he was gonna be all crazy right now.
No.
Like, oh, he's going there. What did he do?
No crash outs.
No crash out. He's
crash
about to
out.
crash out.
No, I'm not a crash out guy. I don't even know we ever crash out anybody. If anything, I don't put it on the pot. I'll crash out like off screen.
Of course.
I never crash out on site because
I crash out.
evidence,
I
and I'm
crash
not
out
trying
all
to go
the
to
time.
court.
I stay crashing out.
With one of my exes, to the next topic here.
This boo shit.
Look at this. Wait, like right here, the freaking screen. Right there, you go. So, these are probably one of the most popular toys on Earth right now, especially for like girls.
I'll let you take this one away. No.
All right. All right. So,
Don't get that shit away from my camera.
so this is this is a Fall in the Wild edition Labubu. So, they're from this company called Pop Mart. Pop Mart is a company based, I would say, in China, I believe. But the reason it mainly got popular from my research is a popular K-pop singer was like, walking the street and had a Labubu on her bag. So it was like an attachment, like an accessory to her bag. And then it went like super viral over in Asia. And then it kind of spread over to the US where you see like Rihanna and Ariana Grande and all these all these singers now having them on their bags. But they've been around for like, I think roughly like a year and a half, 2 years, these dolls. But they've just been getting popular for like about 3-4 months because of, the forever United States. Like these dolls alone, like the cheaper ones cost like $20, $30. But the resale on them, you could sell them for like double, almost triple. This particular one, I think it's like 43 or 44. But you can resell this if anybody really needs them for like $90, $100, and then they got giant ones like mega ones that are like this big.
This just became a sponsored ad
read
for Labubu.
Pop Mart sponsor me. I'm telling you, I'll be.
Oh man, look at him.
I will yo-yo every single day for Labubu.
Look at him.
What? Why you mad? So
I ain't hating either.
I've noticed in my job a lot of nurses have these things on
ad
there.
reads.
Yes, so this video is not sponsored by Pop Mart, but I'm gonna make it look like we sponsored by Pop Mart. Hey, yo, we could have a whole wall of boo-boos right here. Look, we can put it on the wall right here. Look.
Listen,
look at it right there.
This one is the only one that's it.
Look here, check it out. Here.
Bro.
You know how much pussy you get with that? You just show a chick that right now? You don't even gotta talk. That kid, look at my Labubu. Like, oh my god, you got a Labubu. Let me suck your dick.
I'll be a band. I don't even think I want the chick that is obsessed about these things. I don't even think I want to talk to the chick obsessed about these things.
Like, I blame my ex for giving me a task to use the Labubus, but it's like.
See, that's where the deeper conversation is.
There's a deeper conversation.
I think that.
But that's for another time.
I think that he's withholding things, and this is the way he keeps it inside.
It keeps
by
the memory.
buying fucking Labubus.
Look, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely
right. I never got
right.
the obsession with what the Beanie Babies.
Yes.
Never understood that. I even saw the documentary and shit. Still
saw that court thing with the Labubus with the breakup?
No.
You never saw that? There was a man and wife that collected Beanie Babies, and they had to go to court and literally sit on the floor and separate the Beanie Babies of who could get what.
Listen, and that that's the beautiful thing about stupid nature, not human nature, stupid nature. We decide. Get that shit out of my camera. He's a dick. We decide all of a sudden when something becomes iconic and a collectible. Look at Pokemon cards.
Oh,
who would have thought when that first came out? No, watch the camera. Yeah. Who would have thought when that first came out that Pokemon cards now would be selling? They sell the fucking boxes for like
$500,000.
Yo, they sell these boxes like crazy. The gold. You know how many fucking of those Charizards I probably touched and threw out and gone and like, you know what I mean? Just didn't take care of.
Probably like $4 million on your hand.
Yo, I saw this. One of those Sheiks. Oh, the Sheiks.
Speaking of Pokemon, sorry to cut you off.
Okay. Yo, I saw one of the Sheiks. I saw one of the sheiks. He had Superman issue #1. The shit was worth like millions of dollars. Now he's left me alone to deal with myself. Look what you guys did. Now he's bringing out all his fucking collectible shit and Pokemon cards and fucking Labubus and fucking.
Look what I found in my shed.
This nigga brings me. We all had this. Remember the booklet, y'all? Y'all remember the booklets? Remember how hard we used to go? He ain't got shit in here though.
Nah.
He's trash.
No, I had an orange book that
He's
I
trash.
probably accidentally threw out, but some of these are first editions. Some of them could be worth some bread.
That's hilarious.
Mostly the energy cards, because that's what you
hilarious.
mostly get is energy cards. But some of them
Nigga,
are like
energy
15,
cards ain't
20 years
shit,
old.
Nigga. Yo, that's crazy.
These are gym ones.
I bet you this Blaine's
Growlithe
Growlithe is fucking worth something. Let me take this shit. Y'all didn't see nothing, yo.
Wow, really?
Yo, you want to be mad about robbing and then sold it and came back with a check? Yo, look how much we got for it. That's hilarious.
I mean, this whole book might be about
that's my
at least
point.
1,000.
There's human nature and then there's stupid nature. I'm not judging nobody. Collect what you want. Make your money. There's people that do sneakers. There's people that do books.
Yeah.
There's people that do Labubus. I'm not judging nobody. What I'm just saying is it's fucking so hilarious to me when we decide to make something collectible and priceless. It's so hilarious. You know, like you would think it's something that came from, you know, thousands of years ago from a king.
I showed
and
you.
No, these things are brand new made. And people are going psychotic for him.
I showed you that guy's room.
Yeah, nah, I fucking.
Saw that guy's room. He had a whole wall with
Yo,
giant
bro, I know.
Zamomos.
Yo, Quest is the same way. He's a collector too. Look, I heard something from a friend of mine. I don't say her name, but shout out. When she was younger, she had a house fire, and everything in her house burnt up. And she said from that moment on, she don't feel attachment to material things ever. When she saw her she was like, yo, bro, if there was ever another fire, she's like, everything's going up. I'm grabbing my kids. I'm getting the fuck out of there. I don't give a fuck about the dogs. I don't give a fuck about the cats. I don't give a fuck about nobody and nothing. Like, materials ain't shit to her. And I fall on
Not
the
the
side.
dogs and the cats.
Yo, bro, she said, all I care about is my kids because I seen my entire life when I was younger be evaporated in smoke. So at that point, the only thing important to me are those kids living. And that's what I said, too. I was like, damn, I'm going in for my dog. She looked me in my eyes. She was like, no, you're not. The house is burning on fire, falling apart. You're not going in for your dog. And that's the most helpless feeling in the world. When you can't go help. That's why she said, first thing I grabbed my kids, God bless her. You know, God bless that she survived that. Not to serious it out, but I can understand when she says, I don't have attachment to material things. I'm kind of the same way. I feel like that about clothing. Like now, and it's weird because I have my own apparel design, you know, I have my own website.
Click the link in the bio.
Click the link in the bio, but the truth of the matter is that, yeah, nigga, I'll buy a pair of $400 Jordans and I'll wear them shits to the park and play ball in them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't have that collective thing. My thing is, things are meant to be bought and used. Like, I don't have attachment to them. Buy it, use it, and then buy another one, buy it again. I never was good at buying things, putting it on the shelf, and leaving it in the box and staring at it.
We got a shelf now.
Bro, I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to come into my room every day and stare at something in a box every day and know I'm not using it. Or no, that's why I don't play with toys. You know, that's why I don't have toys and all that shit. Like, I made 3D print stuff, but it's just to get my skill up. Anything that I 3D print, I used to have hundreds of Dragon Ball Z 3D prints everywhere just to make sure I got the skill down. Where are they now? In the garbage, given away, and some sent to Colombia for some kids. You know what I mean? But that's my point. I don't like materialistic shit. I don't like baggage. I don't like having a. You know what that comes from though? Me always having to move around and never having a real place to live and stay and, you know.
I mean.
So I never got attached to my material things.
Yeah, for me, I've been here like 25 years. My parents and my grandparents had this house since 1974.
Yeah, I never been attached to material things. I never had the. Yo, nigga, I remember breaking up with a shorty and living in my car for 2 days. It was me and my cat. And like, I had stuff in storage. I had stuff in the back of my pickup truck just till I got my brains corrected. You know what I mean? But it's times like that I'm like, nigga, I hate having shit. Everything that I ever need, I can stuff in one room. No lie. Anything that I'll ever need. Computer, my music stuff, a microphone, camera, a bed, you know, a little mini fridge. I could literally.
So you need a studio. You can work on a studio.
I could literally, given a big enough room and enough space away from people where what I do don't bother them. You know what I'm saying? I live in a one room and I could fit everything in it and be comfortable and work.
For the rest of your life.
Because that's how I was built up. The thought of a house kind of scares me. Like, yo, you know, you lived here all your life, and I also lived in a house, but somebody rented on the first floor. We had the second floor, but it was my house. You know, you can walk around to the backyard. You can blah, 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 blah. You know, I still get scared of the big house thought, though. Is that can empty?
Yeah.
I still get scared of the big house thought.
I'm looking at the door. It's just opening.
The wind. That wind blowing. It's the ghost that knocked all these fucking things down too. But yeah, to have a big ass house and be by yourself.
That's a little difficult. Like I can't live up here knowing that there's like rooms with nobody in it. Like there's a three bedroom house, and it's like if I'm walking alone and it's like nobody here, I'm gonna be more paranoid thinking that's
absolutely
ghost. And it's like, damn, I gotta really put somebody in. I'm gonna have to like get a roommate, get a girlfriend. Like, yo, somebody get in here.
But see, and that's the thing. That's why I say, for me, the only way I'm living in a house alone is if I have the security. If I have you hear this album, I have fucking wire traps and all that shit. Don't come to my house in the woods. You know what I mean? There's gonna be cameras and wire traps and fucking trap doors you fall through. You know what I mean? Like that's the only way that I'll feel comfortable.
Pits with spikes at the bottom.
Yeah, but to each his own though. To each his own, because to be able to afford a house now in this market, it's God bless you. God bless you. Unless you have some old money, people did that's why I do the right thing now. Let's do the right thing now. Try our best so at least this way your next generation can have it easier. Don't be so hard on yourself that you can't get that house now, because it's really not our fault. The way the economy works, these houses are they're priced 3 times over what they should be. And that's fucked up.
Because they're ready to clean out this neighborhood and put another big residential. That's why these houses are valuable, and the people who live in like old houses don't want to sell. That's why you always see like a big ass residential building, and then it's like a house like right next to it.
That nigga don't want to sell.
You don't want to sell.
But then you know what they do, right? Those contractors ain't stupid. They go to the city and they go, listen, we'll give you X amount of dollars. Get these people the fuck out of here and say we need to do it for city purposes. And then the city comes and
that's like eminent domain type shit.
But the city comes, and where the company offering you $1 million, the city's gonna go, here's $500,000 and move. It's a city thing now. Move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel for people that get misplaced or displaced because the bigger greed and the bigger buildings come through and just push you out. That's fucked up. You know, but at the same time, move, nigga. Like, yo, I want your house. Like if you guys got to start selling these houses a little bit cheaper so people like me could afford them.
Like if your like if your house is worth $1 million, and then like if the city's like, we'll give you $2 million for a house, would you move? They're giving you pretty much your house 2 times more than what it's worth, and there's people that will still go, no, I'm not leaving.
Well, you know what it is though, is because, and at that point, you don't know if it's pride or stupidity, but yo, if I worked all my fucking life and I fucking did the 35 years with the interest and I paid off my fucking house, and now you want to come up to me and just give me $2 million, just take it, you know, like I said, it's stupidity or pride, because at some point some people are so prideful that it becomes stupid. Because it is stupid if somebody's going to double up what they're paying you, but then at the same time you look at the market and you're like, damn, $2 million don't get me the house that I want in my dreams. So you're going to make me leave the house of my dreams right now to double what I'm getting, and I might not even get something else and be happy? Yo, what if that house was so convenient for that person? It's in the middle where all the kids could get to them. What if that house has been in that family for like fucking 3 or 4 generations, and now you just thinking you could come over here, double up, and just take it from me? And at the end of the day, when it comes to the city, you got no choice.
Yep. City can do whatever they want, apparently.
See, do whatever the fuck they want.
The only way you can probably like hold your house, even then that won't work, is just go to court.
Yeah, prolong it.
Just prolong it. You're prolonging the inevitable,
And then you come outside and you start your car to go to the supermarket and the brakes don't work. Because somebody fucking rigged your shit.
You drive in and here comes
you
the
didn't
stop
want to sell
sign.
your house? We kill them.
Like you on the road and there comes a stop sign and then like, yo, why my shit can't stop? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, wait, and then it's like you survive and you go to go like, yo, yeah, I inspected my car last week. It said it was fine. What's up with this? And then they're like, oh, look like somebody snapped your brakes right there.
Look like somebody touched your brake line, sir. Touched my what?
And then you look at your security camera outside and they don't realize you got cameras that look out in the yard. We have it just for that purpose, and we was like, oh, there's somebody going into my car. What the fuck are you doing under my car?
You know. Speaking of that, what did I see? I saw a show called The Madness on Netflix.
Oh, we get in.
Always gotta be some shenanigans. I saw this show called The Madness on fucking Netflix. Go check it out. Yo, that shit is awesome. This dude that works for CNN gets framed for a murder by like these neo-Nazi politician people, and they putting this poor dude through the ringer, like, you know. And it's just a great movie. You know how you see certain actors and you never saw them before, but you're like, oh, I'm gonna see this dude more often. He just looks so natural in the role. The dude who's the main character, he just looks so natural. I think it's like 8-9 episodes, limited series. But yo, go watch it. The Madness, fucking awesome, and it shows things that I believe to be happening in politics. I think politics, like, yeah, you got a lot of corruption there. You got millions of dollars that can't get, like, look at 9/11. The Treasury gets blown up, and all of a sudden we misplaced X amount of money when we had a huge debt. It's like, you seen the Michael Moore documentary, like
Friday Night 9/11.
Yeah, you know that.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah, but my point is, it's only conspiracy until it's proven true. And the fact is, our politics are fucking shady around every corner. I saw a video the other day of this lawyer woman. She was getting followed by cops. She goes to her house, right? She's getting followed by cops. And then the officer goes, ma'am, you saw me trying to stop you back there, right? She goes, I don't care. I'm a federal officer. Yeah, I'm a judge. Yo, fucking, what, you privileged, bitch?
Entitled.
You fucking entitled fucking fucks because you work for the government. We pay taxes. We put money in y'all pocket, and y'all think y'all should get privilege for like not paying tickets, running stop signs, breaking the law.
I seen people crash into each other.
People.
I've seen people crash, and the cops will pull up and what happened? And say, oh, I'm walking home, or like, I got this. Don't worry about it. And they'll still argue with the cops even after a crash.
Yo, I know a story of a person who works for FDNY got into a drunk driving accident. They came and said, go home. And he didn't get in trouble for that. I get taking care of your own. I totally fucking get it. All right? Because if I saw Rich in a pinch, I'm going to take care of him. Even if I shouldn't. He's running from the cops, I'm going to throw him in my car. That's just the fact. So I get taking care of your own. But let's be honest with it. It does happen. Don't fucking sit here and Paul Righteous teachings when you get caught red-handed. You know, there's one thing for looking out for your own, and there's another thing with feeling like you're privileged. You're cursing at these officers after you broke the law, but because you're a court officer or you know who also gets me, and I hope I never go back to Rikers so y'all don't fuck with me. But yo, y'all COs, y'all think y'all gangsters. You drive Chargers. I'm being generic, but you guys Chargers and Challengers, Mustangs eat all these red lights. Like, I see it when y'all come out of Rikers. And y'all think it's cool. Where you going? You going into traffic. Like and yo, I used to deliver there. Yo, you will walk in and these dudes act like they're the fucking convicts. The all fucking macho, machismo. The bitches were always ratchet. Y'all COs. And y'all talk like the criminals. Y'all walk like the criminals. I can't stand that shit, yo. Like, it would always get under my skin. Like, I get you have to be a certain character to do that job. But, nigga, you ain't gotta always be in character. Like, yo, you could take a break.
You gotta be out of character.
You gotta calm down from the macho shit. Everybody that you power trip people, just know that, you know, there's always a possibility of hitting a wall in life. You're gonna hit a wall.
You're gonna hit a lot more walls than you think.
You're gonna hit eventually in general.
Yeah, it may not be that
skating on their power,
and then that wall comes.
And then that wall comes and they don't know what to do.
Karma. That wall is called karma.
And I don't wish it upon nobody, but you dudes with power trips, you females with power trips, you government officials with power trips. Yep. Speaking of government, yo, let's get into the Tory shit.
Yeah, we got we did a whole bunch of topics already. Oh, damn. We should say that for the last topic, this one.
The clown cult?
Yes. That's the last. We'll say that for the last one, because that was an experience. Oh, look, you got something from last night almost.
Yo. So what's happening with Tory Lanez? Get out your fucking Labubu phone.
Labubu phone. I'm waiting for
what happened with Tory Lanez?
I'm waiting for a drop. Leave me alone.
Yo, you stupid. So supposedly there's now this website.
He said supposedly.
There's now this website called 36 what?
36hourslater.com.
36hourslater.com showing video evidence that Tory Lanez possibly could be innocent of the crimes he's convicted of. Yeah. And coincidentally...
It's all alleged, by the way.
Coincidentally, he gets stabbed up. This is the truth.
Yeah, he got 14 times. That's true.
Around the time of this evidence about to pop out.
Yes.
So, where do we begin?
Let's begin at the end. Like,
how the hell do you get this wrong? As a court, what is it? Just let's be
higher powers that be.
No. Let's
Alex
be
Spiro.
Let's do it. Let's do what they always do. Is it just trying to keep a black man down?
Oh yeah, I hate
Is
when,
it just because he's black they just locked him up?
I hate.
Or is it because she's a woman and you always gotta believe a woman?
But it's like
women don't lie.
Yeah.
Women tell the truth. We gotta always
they use the
believe
women
our women.
The women card
right?
and the race card. Like, why is that all coming into play? It's two black people. So where's the race at?
And you know,
there's a white woman.
If Tory Lanez said he was a girl and you only heard him sing, you might be like, hey, yeah, he could be.
But then, like, all this evidence comes out, and then, like, now it's becoming a lot of people support. Like, Amber Rhodes is supporting A Boogie. Well, academics with his, like, backup Twitter's posting all that. Hey, look, she got a bump on her head. She said she didn't fight that night.
I don't believe anything academic says. I think it's corny to me still. Season 3, same shit, though. It's a forever beef act. Forever beef. We forever beefing for no reason.
What does he get? What if he
we forever beefing for no reason.
But what if he gives us
answer
a deal?
To that, homie?
What does he get? What if he gives us a deal for his show on his network, the Academy?
He probably would. Why you think I keep coming at him?
All right, we're gonna tag him in this.
I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to make it work.
Oh fuck you!
We forever beefing for no reason, act.
Be on the Academy. I'll be lit. Be on that shit. Be on his network.
But I will tell you, no, it'd just be lit when you got a repost from him.
Hell yeah. Facts.
But listen, how do you get this wrong? And I was reading a couple things and it said, the court officers need to be looked at, the judges need to be looked at, the lawyers need to be looked at.
Everybody.
Because her videos, for the short ones that I did see, she said it was glass.
But she
never
lied.
mentioned getting shot.
She never fought anybody.
She's sitting there asking the cop, do you think we're going to jail for this?
Duh.
Like, as a victim, if you just got shot in your foot,
you're not thinking about your image. You should be
thinking about going to the hospital.
There's a bullet through your foot, right? I'm terrified. I'm traumatized.
I can't make this shit up.
Like, who gets shot in the foot and then thinks about their image?
Yeah, that's crazy. If anything, Tupac and 50 Cent showed us after you get shot, you get more views.
Yeah, maybe that's why she claimed right.
Yo,
I've been lying.
Oh shit, did we just figure it out? Holy shit, we just figured it out. Is it possible that she did get glass in her foot, spoke to her publicist, her publicist said, no, bitch, you got shot. Say you got shot. And then she said, okay, I got shot.
Well, they say there was shrapnel on her foot, allegedly.
Nigga, if you run around with no socks or barefoot, that you can probably get a piece of metal in your foot.
Yeah, so I believe she
and
was.
And if there was a bullet shot and a ricochet, yeah, you could see it. You could put, yo, they were doing Tory dirty because there was people saying that he was shooting the gun at her feet saying, dance, bitch, dance. She said that,
yeah,
too.
She said that.
She said that. He was saying, dance, bitch, dance. But now in the video, you over here asking if you going to jail, you got glass in your foot. Somebody just shot at the ground and tried to fucking kill you, and you asking the cops if you going to jail. It just all sounds...
They're going to possibly reopen this shit. It's going to be over. If they reopen it, Tory is going to sue
the shit
out of California.
Out of everybody.
Everybody. California. Remember, it wasn't Meg that brought it. It was the United States.
Hold up. He's Canadian?
Yeah.
So he's in jail here or there?
Here. He's in L.A.
You think they'll try to do some funny shit, let him go and then deport him so he can't sue?
But the moment he gets out of jail, he has to go back to Canada.
To do what?
He's no longer, like, considered a citizen. Like, when you get a charge and you're from another country,
you have to go back to your country.
You have to go back to your country.
But Canada don't take felons.
Bro, they're going to hell he take him? He's probably going to be in limbo somewhere.
I wonder what... I got to look what happens. Because Canada... If I can't go there and visit there if I have a felony. They don't let you pass the border.
I mean,
they don't let you in.
But you're not from there.
But why would they take somebody that's from there with the felony? That's backwards thinking. He already committed the crime.
He served his time. I mean, he got 10 years. I mean, I feel like even
Tory,
with that, 10 years, I was like, that's way too long.
Yo, bro, I take back the jokes. I thought you was going to be in there making Dick's Tape 7 or something like that.
Yeah, he dropped what? Peterson?
He dropped an album. It was all right.
That's from jail.
But he's rapping on it, and he's getting into his We Are the People bag on it and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing what Tory do because
do you think he's
going to
get
environment.
Do you think he's going to get out?
I think absolutely. You don't.
He needs Gavin Newsom because I think Trump can't pardon him. Trump can't pardon him.
Why?
Because it's not a federal. Only presidents can pardon federal cases.
And Gavin Newsom ain't gonna pardon him.
He's a governor, so
Gavin Newsom ain't. But he's not gonna need a pardon. I honestly think in appeals court, come on, he got stabbed up. If they can prove that stabbing is any way related to a bag or anything, Meg, what? Nigga, he's fucked.
And Megan's gonna be. I mean, Megan's already kind of getting screwed over. She was just at DreamCon this weekend.
Okay.
And, pretending like, oh, this whole thing ain't going on and stuff. So she got to pretend like nothing's happening because, man, it's all court of public opinion at the end of the day. Even if, like, nothing were to happen, the side is always going to be right now. Right now, the ball is a Tory. Tory's, like, crossing everybody, doing whatever he can. Well, you can do it with the camera, bro.
My bad.
Like, Tory has this very strong, like, case to get this reopened again and like a retrial for this. That's how I see it.
Yeah, but I think if the courts were smart, they would speed it up, though.
I mean, you have the right to a speedy trial, but there's no trial going on. That's the problem.
Like, he's been in jail the whole time. He's stabbed up. Now this evidence is coming out. The bodyguard is even saying whatever.
Right? That was the thing. There was like something with like the bodyguard, Megan's bodyguard. Stop harassing me.
Because of the court of public opinion is still very real. I think that the smart thing to do would give him a retrial and make it as fast as can. use the evidence promptly, investigate that judge, get that judge off, because if that judge heard all that testimony, saw all that evidence, got those videos,
But some of it didn't go
and then
to trial.
And then who
They can't even find the gun.
and what happened to the other chick too? The other chick took a bag to change her statement.
Kelsey? No, she got immunity.
She got immunity.
Yes, so she was pretty much allowed to say whatever she
Whatever the
wanted,
fuck she
and
wanted.
she still lied on it, allegedly.
Yo, this is why you can't lie to the courts.
But that was another thing they found suspicious. Why is she the only one getting immunity? If she claims she didn't shoot the gun.
Well, because she probably did something that she needed immunity for. You know, at the end of the day, if you shoot a gun and I'm standing here, I don't go to jail. Because they
But why do you get immunity, though? Why do you get...
Unless I shot the gun, too. Yo, we're detectives.
And,
Just figured
and
it
then,
out.
like, they didn't even do, like, a gun, like, powder test. They only did it on Tory. Why didn't they do it on Kelsey? Why didn't even do it on Megan? Why didn't they do it on the body? They only did it on Tory.
Dance, bitch, dance. That's why.
That's not proven. Allegedly. It was not, from what I can tell personally. Why would anybody, like, dance bitch dance, shoot you 5 times?
And that's another thing, too. Did they recover 5 bullets?
I don't even think they recovered the bullets, all the bullets.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just fragments and shit. And that's my thing.
I mean, we're going off of our heads. Like, we know, like, we weren't, like, deep diving, like, trying to figure out, sitting there watching affidavits and the testimonies and stuff.
But look, her history that night is reportedly to be a little bit crazy, because she was at the Jenner party, right? She got into a fight there because supposedly Tory was getting all up on her. Then got into a fight with her friend and him in the limo. And then, that's why this whole thing occurred.
Well, it took her because she found out, that cheating,
Tory's
screwing the other chick.
Tory's slinging dick.
Yep.
And like, you wouldn't think the nigga's slinging dick.
But when you off that Henny or drunk as hell,
nah, man,
women get in their feelings.
Shut up.
And they want to fight.
Shut up. Because your whole career is this Captain Hook and the thought shit and and shaking your ass
and the ass.
Like, your whole career, your whole image was that. And you with a dude that sings to bitches. His image is singing to bitches and fucking bitches. You gonna think that he's not hitting shit around you? What, were you in a committed relationship? Because then that's another role you didn't take. You keep saying that you was never fucking Tory. But yet you're upset that he's fucking other bitches.
Like, you were fucking to him.
But I'm saying, like, she lied about so much.
That's
you lied about your surgery. What did Drake say? What did Kendrick say? He said, you lied about your religion. You lied about your... Yo, this thing is crazy.
From what, Meet the Grams?
Euphoria, Meet the Grams, yeah. Them superpowers getting neutralized. I could already... I ain't
That was a great show.
What?
That was a good concert.
Yo.
Everybody, I should have went to the Beyonce. That would have been better for me.
Don't tell lies about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
And the whole crowd, like, the whole stadium went, yo, okay. And then he does that voice when he raps like this, right? He does that voice when he, right? Yo, Mo, okay. He be rapping like this, like he's about to cry.
Yo, Kendrick, you a fucking goat, bro.
5 Grammy Awards in one night, man. Yo, most for every rapper.
Listen, he had a great, and look, hip hop is weird. Hip hop is
female rap is weird.
Female rap is all right. I like female rappers.
Who's your favorite female rapper then? All right then.
Who's my favorite female rapper?
I'll give you 3 that I like.
I mean, I like MC Light. I fuck with Latifah.
How about Current?
I fuck with Lauryn Hill was all right, but I don't think Lauryn Hill wrote all that shit. I think somebody wrote for her.
How about Current? Yes, he did. They did write for Lauryn Hill. They admitted.
Yeah, the Fugees wrote for her.
And then for first and only album, people wrote for her.
I like Kim. I like Kim rapping.
I know you're not saying any current ones.
Current? No. I don't know any current female rappers. Doshi. I like Doshi. She's bad. She got a mean pen game, but that's because she's over there with TDE. So she has to be amongst the elitist writing because Kendrick's right there with her. But Dochi, whatever fuck her name is. Doch.
She's pretty too. I like her.
Yeah, no, I like her. She's good.
Sexy Red.
You got Scarlett. You got Sexy Red.
Lotto.
You got Lotto.
I love Lotto. Lotto, I feel got a lot bars better than Megan Thee Stallion.
Lotto is good. Lotto is good. Meg's a rapper, right?
Yeah,
Meg.
rapper. Doja Cat.
But you asked me my favorite.
Well, who you like? You don't have to be your favorite, but who you like?
Doja
Finally.
Cat.
Doja Cat, yeah.
She raps, right?
Yeah, she raps. And sings.
She's more planty though. She's more. I don't know if it's that she's from South Africa, right?
Well, her roots are
She's
South
black and
Africa.
white?
Her roots are South Africa, but she's from California.
Oh yeah.
Her dad was a famous South African singer.
She comes off as a very very weird chick to me.
Oh yeah.
She comes off as a super weird chick to me. I like her though. Like I don't know. Females rapping is cool when they not rapping about like just things I don't want little girls to be on. I don't need a 13-year-old, 12-year-old little girl. I don't like hearing like conversations when they're emulating the songs. You know what I'm saying?
Like Pound Town.
Like Pound Town. My God. Yo, like when what's this bitch's name? Cardi B.
Yep.
And Meg did the song.
Nicki Minaj.
They did the song about WAP, and you hear a fucking 15-year-old be like, I got that WAP.
They got shirts that say they got
I'm
that
like,
WAP.
what are you doing?
Merch
like,
with WAP.
See, that's when it gets a little bit. The water gets a little bit murky
But then,
for me.
and then they
when
call
the
it
little
women
girls
empowerment.
are emulating.
Oh, we're owning our vaginuses, our vaginas.
Yeah, it's not that though. I'm not saying. I get it. Power to the pussy. I'm not.
P.O.P.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing completely. I'm just saying there's a time and place for it. And if you're a 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old girl and you're idolizing Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, and Meg Thee Stallion's over here talking about Captain Hook, and now you get curious, man, what the fuck is Captain Hook? You want to go find Captain Hook, and you find Captain Hook, and it's Mandingo, and, you get introduced to the sexuality. Like, women... It's crazy because women had this whole Me Too movement of not wanting to be sexualized and blah, blah, blah.
Touched.
And I'm not saying blah, blah, blah in a bad way. It's horrible. Remember, consent is my number one thing.
Yes.
Consent. But you don't want to be sexualized.
No means no.
You don't want to be sexualized, but yet you do these things that
make you
come off.
Get sexualized.
Like, women don't want to be sexualized, but yet when you hear some of these songs,
like,
especially in hip-hop, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
you hear these songs, you're like...
You in public on the bikini, like, oh, you're on a nude beach and you naked and your body's begging, tits, ass.
There was a girl in Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
What was her name? Dark-skinned chick.
Amara Negro?
No. She was dark. She was a black girl. And she was a little bit on the chunky side, but she had big butt, big boo. Oh, man. Fuck is her name? Regardless. She had that problem because in the show, she would rap and make music about, fucking niggas and sucking dick.
Oh, Natalie Nunn?
No. Not Natalie Nunn. I'll remember it. But she had a problem because she's like, she had gotten kissed. Somebody had kissed her without, like... Consent. They were on a panel. And the guy went right up to her and kissed her.
Oh, Suki Hana.
Suki, yeah, I know you would get it. So Suki...
Well, YK Osiris.
There you go. YK Osiris went ahead and kissed her, and she had this whole campaign after that, like, yo, I'm not like that. Just because I make music about fucking sucking dick and I be having an OnlyFans and doing all this shit...
But you lap dance on a 10-year-old?
Again, this is my point, though, is that she tried to change her image when somebody did something to her she didn't appreciate. How can you go ahead if you portray one thing? That's why I get mad at this dude too, Queen's Flip. Queen's Flip says that shit a lot. He goes, just because I act all crazy and all that shit on camera, it's not who I really am. Don't come up to me and think that you're gonna be able to parade me. And for me, I'm like, oh, so it's just a ploy. Like you acting like you're crazy. You're not really crazy. You're not really open to, if somebody's a fan of you, like Eddie Murphy. He has that joke. You Mr. Fuck You Man. Eddie, motherfucker. He's like, I got people in Africa just walking up to me going, Eddie, motherfucker. And he laughs about it. But in what Queen's Flip is saying is, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make fun of my shit because I do that on camera. That's not who I am. There has to be somewhere where life draws parallels for what your art, where art meets real
reality,
life.
yeah.
There has to be some type of. You can't preach this shit, show your pussy on the screen, and then not want to be sexualized. It's just somewhere life has to meet. And then at the same time, get your money, right? Yeah. Sex sells, and if you showing feet and you fucking making money doing it, who am I to hate? You got this girl on YouTube. Her name is Ari something, and she a skinny little twig chick, but she has her OnlyFans. Never watched it, but what she does on YouTube is she talks about the pros and cons of having an OnlyFans. And she's not a chick with like a crazy body. She just got a bendy, flexy body. Nothing crazy. And she's not even like totally
all that in the
gorgeous.
face.
But she says, listen, what am I going to do? Like, this is life. Like, she even answered the question, what do you say to like girls that are looking up to you? And she goes, well, this is life. This is how life goes. You know, if you find something that is paying you, making you money, I'm doing it in the safe space of my home with myself. All it is in front of a camera. Why wouldn't I tell somebody to do what makes them happy in front of a camera? And it's valid. You know what I'm saying? If you showing titty, if you working out, if you happy in front of a camera and you making money, go do it. But just know there's a place where reality and art.
Like if somebody checks you about it. Like, don't get mad.
Don't get mad when somebody asks you about it. Be honest.
Disgusting. You're immoral.
Be honest.
God's gonna turn left when you go to the gates of heaven. You can't be like having feelings about that because you know the life that you chose.
Yeah.
Like, what you chose.
I follow a couple of porn stars on Instagram, and but the dudes be partying on boats and yachts. It's always private this, and the same bitches they have scenes with, they just all hanging out like friends.
Like
Mind you, these are famous porn stars that you've watched. He's watched.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're just hanging out like normal people because that's what they are.
They see it as a job.
They just got a fucking job. It's no fucking big deal.
They know how to separate. What's on the screen and what's off the screen.
Feel me? Like
most porn stars got very normal lives outside of the screen.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I saw a documentary the other day though, and she was like, I gotta do she said she had to freebase before every scene so she could be really into it. And she goes, I do it over here away from the cast because they don't want drugs on the set. They don't want no drugs around. So nobody knows I do this. And she's freebasing, and then she does her scene with two dudes, gets torn apart. And I'm like, damn. Like, that's the ugly side of porn. You know, the fact of how those people got there. Half of those people were fucking molested and fucking raped.
Some kill themselves.
Some people kill themselves, you know. But how they became to get that job, it's not always sunshines and they didn't just apply and had a sexy body and probably they were sexualized and had some trauma and they thought that was.
Some saw it as a way to pay for like.
But some just enjoy it. Those are niggas that like, salute to y'all. Yo,
like some did it for school.
You dudes are my heroes.
Like, there was a porn star I used to watch back in the day, and they said like, I only did that for like 4 or 5 years. That'll be get me through college, and then I stopped, and now I'm a doctor.
It's the same thing for the girl that was a stripper for 5 years and fucking paid for everything, paid for her lifestyle, and then stopped. And then you go to Walmart and you go,
it's you,
Monica. I haven't seen you in years, girl. You look good. I mean, damn.
She's probably with her son.
She's probably with her son. And now her son goes, Mommy, where did you meet that guy from?
he gave me $200 for OnlyFans.
Yo, that's another thing too, though. You gotta take that though. If you're a OnlyFans actress, actor, a person getting paid off of it, you gotta take that. Eventually, you gotta go out in the streets. And when you go out in the streets, there's a chance that somebody might recognize you from the beautiful work that you've done. Right. And when they recognize you, they might want to say hi. Yep. Don't be a fucking prick.
Yep, that almost happened to me one time. I was walking in Lower East Side, and I'm not gonna mention the porn star.
Oh yeah, because you have OnlyFans, right?
I still do.
Oh,
if you guys want to see him, I only have one video up there.
If you guys want to see him doing his thing with his thing, it's there.
Anyways,
you gotta pay to play, all right?
I mean, I was on LES walking, and I saw this porn star. I won't say her name, but I was across the street, and it was like an art gallery. It was like a bunch of people like chilling outside, and I'm like looking at this girl. She was wearing like a blue dress. She has brunette hair, and she was talking to like two people. And I'm like, I feel like I've seen her before. And I start like walking like.
Like I said, I feel like I've seen her before.
And I'm like, she's across the street, and I'm walking this way. I didn't want to be like creepy, and just try to walk over here. So I was just like walking like this way, and I'm like looking really hard at her, and then
I feel like I see
our eyes locked. Our eyes locked for like probably 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And I felt like she knew that I knew who she was. Because she did this face that was like, not like a what the fuck face, but like, oh shit, he knows me type face. Like, her eyes were like, she's like, yeah. And then she sees me looking because I'm yo-yoing too. Because, you know, everybody always looks.
I went to school with a chick. And her sister, I went to school with a chick, right? And I knew her sister. Her sister was a year older than us. One day I go to Sue's Rendezvous, not the one in Queens, the one in the Bronx. I was at Sue's, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I know you. Yo, she turned around, she's like, oh, shit. And then she just skirted off. She just immediately skirted off because I knew her from the hood. I'm like, I know you. She just turned around. She was like,
was she a dancer or something?
She was dancing. I was like, because I went to school. I won't mention names. I went to school with her younger sister, and I knew her because of that. I was like, oh. And she was so embarrassed. Like obviously there's a reason she probably went to go work in a strip club all the way in the Bronx rather than down here, right? Like, but yeah, she was so embarrassed, and that's my thing. Don't be embarrassed, though.
It's your life.
It's your life. You get your money. Be honest with it. Straight up.
I'm not trying to gag you, sexualize, or nothing.
Straight
up.
You're
doing your job.
And you know what? Like, let's call a spade a spade. It's like, I can't stand that shit. Like when dudes judge women that have that job. Like when dudes try to judge women or women try to judge, I don't judge them. At the end of the day, you probably just hating that you can't fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine her job is to fuck people on camera and get paid for it, but she won't fuck you.
It's like an insult. Almost.
That's an insult, right? That's the problem.
It's almost like I went to this thing yesterday. Should we get into it?
Yeah, you get into it.
All right, so I went to this thing yesterday. It's called the Clown Cult. And it's ran by this woman. Her name is Chucky Sleaze.
Chucky Sleaze.
And she was recently featured on Vice.
Shout out Chucky.
She was recently featured on Vice.
Facts. Let's go.
So she's getting like a lot of notoriety for this. And she followed me a while back. Like I never met.
Yo-Yo's joined the cult last night.
No, listen.
My man Yo-Yo's
look. Let me finish. Can I say my story?
That's all I heard.
So she followed me on Instagram like a while back, and I never met this person ever in life until even then. I didn't even meet her at the party. She was just mostly walking around. I didn't like want to be like stopping her from doing what she was doing because she was moving around, like going from the backyard, and she had a stage thing and a food thing. I was like, all right, let her do her thing. So she had a after party at this spot called Rubalad in Brooklyn. So I pull up there and I'm looking around. This shit was packed.
Okay.
Like packed. Like I had trouble kind of moving around. This is a backyard, and they have like an inside area, and it was hard to move around.
Okay.
And everybody was clown makeup, clown deck to the T, clown nose, face mask.
My cousin's terrified of clowns.
Oh yeah, I got a few friends that are scared of clowns, but there was like there was some fine ass clowns, like some clowns with like gorgeous bodies, but just clown makeup on all over the place. Yeah, the freaks really do come out at night. So
Harley Quinns everywhere.
All Harley Quinns running around, and I go like to the merch table to see what they got. They got like those chickens that you squeeze and the clown horn, and I noticed this shirt that's there. One says Clown Cult, and the other one says Trans Clowns Fucker. So I asked him first, hey, I like this shirt here.
Exit the conversation.
So I like the Clown Cult shirt because it looked cool. I was like, hey, let me get some merch. So I got some type of memory that I was here. So I was like, you have like an XL or 2X. And they're like, all right, let's look. So they look. They don't have the Clown Cult. But the Trans Clown Fucker.
You bought the trans clown?
I bought the Trans Clown Fucker.
You would. You gonna wear it?
Depends where.
Yo, nah.
I can't wear that like in the streets like that.
Yeah. Wait.
No, I can't. I got depends on where I'm going. Then I'll wear that.
What does it say?
Trans clown. I'll show you the shirt. It's in my bag.
Trans clown fucker.
So, anyways, continue the story. I'm like yo-yoing, and a lot of a few of the clowns start noticing me there. And some of them are like super impressed. There was this one guy. I think his name was Vincent, from what I remember. Vincent, but he was like a clown that had like this like glowing stick, like spinning it around like this on this like tongue-looking stage, and he notices me yo-yo, and he's like extremely happy watching me yo-yo, but like happy like, oh my god, you pull out the yo-yo. It was a gay guy, so that's so freaking cool.
That's your gay guy. That's your gay guy tone. That's how you act like a gay guy.
That's to me.
That's what gay people sound like to you.
I can't pull the perfect. It was crazy, and then there was all these like tranny clowns. There was these tranny clowns all over the place, like taller than me.
What does that mean? Tranny clowns.
Transgender, but clown makeup.
I'm just all confused.
Transgender women dressed as clowns. Nailed it.
Sounds a little. Yo.
Yep. You got it.
I don't know why it sounds.
See, as soon as I say transgender women clowns, the mics want to fuck up.
Yup.
Like, nah, we don't want to hear it.
Yup. That's exactly what happened.
We got it.
Yo. Yeah, we back.
Right, so transgender clowns, they were taller than me. I'm like looking up.
Wait, so were they guys?
They were guys dressed as girls in clown makeup.
Okay, so they had tits?
Yep. Like, like I guess like those
Fake
suits.
tits.
Fake tits ones.
Fake tits.
Fake tits. And they were rocking out. They had like a band there that was all transgender clowns going off. It was actually pretty fire. They were actually rocking out.
Listen, I don't judge them. I don't judge them.
I met this other clown. His name is Skipper. That's his clown name. So he's like fascinated by my yo-yos and stuff. And he's like, "Hey, what's your clown name?" And I'm like, I don't have a clown name. He's like, "Well, you gotta have one. You're at a clown convention."
So what did he name you?
Spinner. Spinner the clown. And he gave me a clown nose.
You should have wore it today on the pod.
That would have been like, what the hell you wear that?
Spinner the clown.
But I wasn't there for too long. I got there like around 10:30, and I left like around a little before 12 because everything was cool. But you know what it was that I love about this whole thing? Like, nobody was like weird. It didn't feel like awkward. Like, everybody was like having casual conversations. They were just in clown makeup. Nobody was like being rude. Nobody was being
extra.
Up. Nobody's being extra. Everybody was just really being like just themselves.
That's sometimes the negatives that you can receive when you go into these areas where it's like it's not your normal setting.
Yes.
Sometimes people in those areas look at you and they'll want to make an example out of you. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll try to put you in a situation where you're not absolutely comfortable because they're used to it going down like that. You know what I mean? I could imagine. Like, I've always said, I want to go to a swinger like party. Like
you buy a crush up for that.
Like, what?
You crush me going to those.
Yeah, nah. But I want to go to like some high end shit,
like some eyes wide shut type shit.
Like
you gotta wear a suit tuxedo with the masquerade mask.
That'd be pretty dope. But like just in general, where it's like
I used to know like years ago.
There used to be a place in the city. My man used to tell me about.
There was
something like 69 or some shit like that.
I know what you're talking about because I heard that same spot too, but I don't think it was called 69 because I knew somebody that went there years back. This is a while ago.
I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
know if I'm gonna be comfortable with going in there and then just going to fuck somebody. I don't know if I go in there with my chick and I'm cool with my chick getting blammed out by somebody. I don't know.
I mean, that was one of my fears with my,
because sex is just sex. You know, at the end of the day, if
you
and your partner,
depends.
I'm saying if you and your partner are both agreeing to go to a setting like this, you guys know what you could probably gonna be up for.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
You both signed like a mental waiver.
A mental waiver that there's a chance that you guys are gonna be
you're gonna fuck each other, or you're gonna be fucking somebody
else, right? So you know what you're in for. But what the greatest part about that would be not being uncomfortable. Yeah. Just like the clowns made you feel comfortable, even though you weren't really part of their nature.
And they knew, because I wore my fire jacket, like I wore the jacket. And that was about at least 50% of the conversation started because of the jacket. They would like turn their heads and I would yell, like, that jacket's so fire.
Yeah.
Like, and that would be like the conversation starting, like, oh, you yo-yo too? Like, oh, how long you been doing that? And then there was like, that's where conversation kicked off.
Yeah.
So definitely shout out to Chucky Sleaze and the Clown Code. Congratulations for the Vice feature. You definitely deserve it. It was super fun. All the clowns were amazing. The band was fire. The food was really good. So definitely, like, I'll definitely pull up today. It was only $20 for like a 5-hour party. It was from 10 p.m. to 3 in the morning.
That's not bad. That's
not bad. And then they had like a burlesque like talent show before that. So it's like only extra 10. So you're paying $30 for like almost 6-7 hours of fun.
Listen, at the end of the day, the good times are meant to be had amongst good people. Anything otherwise, remove yourself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, I was used to always, like, hood parties and bars. And sometimes
I never did hood parties.
I did. And sometimes when you're part of those, like, settings, you got to force yourself to feel comfortable with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of niggas staring at you with they fitted load. You don't know who got the burner on them. You don't want to say nothing or stay too long. And then you go outside. You got to watch your back when you go outside. Who's outside? All that nonsense. So I'm grateful when we can go to parties as adults or go to events as adults and just have a fucking good time. Because I'm so used to, like, the opposite sometimes.
Yeah, you are an opposite guy.
You're an opposite guy.
So
you're an opposite guy. It's okay.
So let's wrap this up right now.
No, we got one more. One more. All right. How old is too old to stop rapping? And I want to preface that with, I'm talking to a person that's not good at it. I'm not talking about niggas that are like good at it, like my niggas. I'm not talking about my niggas that are genuinely great, dope rappers. They put out 2-3 albums a year and they eat off of it. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the gimmicky ones. Like the gimmicky dudes that...
Are you talking about your experience?
Don't rap good, but because...
They got good management?
Or not only good management...
Good PR?
No, because of the comedy, the joke in which... some people make hip-hop out to be. Like, I be seeing this, and he gets me, too. I don't get it. I be seeing this light-skinned dude. His name is, like, Nico something. He looks like he's albino. So he's a black dude, but he's white. He's albino, always got mad chains, grill in his mouth. And every time he comes across on live, he's always on live, he's, like, rapping, but it's trash. So, like, he's not taking it serious. He's not taking it serious, and it just, like, it bugs me out because he's getting these views. I ain't hating on you. Get your views, homie. Get your views and get paid. Like, fucking whatever your gimmick is working, right? But...
Nico Albino?
Let me see. Nah.
No.
Go on YouTube. I've never seen him on the gram. That's why I think you're wasting your...
I was playing Nico Albino.
Nico...
Rapper.
No, but don't put out... Nigga, I'm just saying he's albino. He don't use it part of his image. Let me see. Yeah, you're never gonna fucking find him. He's always on live. But yo, like I said, I don't follow him. He just always pops up on my shit. My point is that why do some people use rap? Why is rap somebody?
Brother Ali?
Nah, that's not him. Why do some people
He's famous.
Why do some people use rap as like a joke? Like why? And then It'd be older folks. It'd be like older dudes that don't take it serious, and they can't even rap, and they be rapping. Like Prodigy used to say that. Like, who are these niggas? Like, who are these niggas? Like, why they even rapping? They want to be like the rappers. They ain't even the rappers.
Even the rappers. I don't know, man. I mean, this is the way it's now. Everything is clickbait. Everything is about.
Do what you love. I'm just being facetious. Look at this.
Some people are doing it not because they love it, it's because that's their
I
only
just don't like
means
the
of
joke
working.
of it.
Like if those people who are whack rappers that are getting all these views, you think
Like
you see
academics making a rap song with Tekashi 6ix9ine. I didn't like the joke of it. I don't like the joke of it. Don't use what we do over here serious. How we eat. You know what I mean? Like how we sit there with the pen and the pad. We put our hearts into it. Put albums into it. Don't use our shit like a joke. Like, I don't like that shit. I really don't. I don't like when niggas come out with rap songs just because they got money and they throw 5, 6 niggas in it. Like, it took me a while to be with Lil Duval. Ain't going back to fuck with you, nigga. Like, because I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? And then you see he's a comedian. This is what he does. He makes music. He can sing. Like, this is what he does. So, I can't hate on him there. But academics, you don't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude that I see that I be seeing a lot of dudes sitting there trying to rap like this over beat, talking shit, and I come through with my click and I blam you, yeah, bam. I hate y'all niggas. I hate y'all niggas that make fun of my rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say my rap, I mean it's ours. Like, we take this shit seriously. You a serious rapper. So when you see niggas rapping like this and getting paid to do it, I'm like, yo, this is niggas are fucking jokes, though. You know what I'm saying? No opinion on it? He's scared of y'all niggas.
No.
He don't want to get shot up. You know what I mean?
As I said, like, if you're making your views, get your money up, not your money up. If you're happy,
facts.
If you're getting your views and you're getting your money and you got nothing but vibe for yourself.
Because that's all I do. I'm a hater. I drink haterade. And I'm hating on you.
this guy, man.
Yo, welcome out, yo. Yo, I want to battle one of y'all fucking niggas that do, what do you call that? Drill music? No, get the Labubu shit out of here.
We're gonna have to do his voice.
I swear I'm doing something wrong in life.
Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Collect me, cause it's gonna piss off Gilly. What's up, everybody? Podcast. Peace, love, and yo-yos to you all.
I'm like a raw whore that fucks hardcore, dirty and grimy, throw my money and bang my head on the car door. Bloody demons, what I am. You're already scared. I ain't no bitch, but you think I'm soft as a teddy bear. I sit and contemplate on what I'm gonna do next and try to reach the end goal while skipping over a few steps. But there's my thoughts, they're just trying to make my ears blow, saying I should switch out the flow. Okay then, you see the signs, I'm feeling fine. The world isn't yours, it is mine. I'm the king, you a slave. Don't like it, I'ma put you in your grave. I really need a nap, I haven't slept in 3 days. I'm the greatest rapper that's lived, that sounds cliche, but I'm the only one that's present standing here in front of you. It's me or it's nobody else, so what you gonna do? I've been happy, I've been sad, I've been afraid, I've been mad, but it's all in your mind, so you'll be just fine. Just relax, you already know it's time, right? I've been happy, I've been sad, I've been afraid, I've been mad, but it's all in your mind, so you'll be just fine. Just relax, you already know it's time, right? Let's hear it back.